Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk a little bit more about plugins. Now, plugins are going to be kind of a variable. Now, they're going to be depending on what exactly you're doing with your website and the ones that you need to install. Now, there are pretty much some base plugins I like to have no matter what my blog or website is going to be about. These are plugins I always like to have. So I'm going to walk you through the step of each plugin I recommend you have no matter what your website is about. Now, what you come to learn is the more experience you get with WordPress, that you'll find out that plugins are very, very useful. So most times when you run into a problem or you want to install something or something is missing from your website that you maybe want additional, you'll find that there's usually a plugin for it. So if you're looking for like social media icons for your website, that's not like pre-installed. You might have to find a plugin for it. So you'll find out that plugins make your website pretty much allow you to customize your website way beyond just the basic configurations of WordPress. So plugins are created by WordPress developers and people who are creating plugins specifically for WordPress websites to help you be able to customize your site and utilize it the way you want it to be utilized. Now, the essential plugins that I recommend that every website have, no matter what you're building, is one is a page builder called Elementor. I'm going to show you exactly how to get the plugin. So what we're going to do is to get to a plugin, you come over here to plugins and then you click add new. Once you're there, you're going to be able to come over here and search. Well, actually I did the wrong thing over here. So what we want to do is I did not click add new yet. So I'm going to click add new right there. I was actually searching under install plugins, which it wouldn't come up because I don't have it installed yet. So this is pretty much like this would be like your app store. So we'll just call it the plugin store. Some plugins are free, some are paid, and some have paid features. So they have a free version, but then you can upgrade for more features, which you can decide on your discretion whether you need it or not. Now, Super Catch is one I recommend having because helps your website load faster. So I'm just going to click install. So this is good to go through here and see what sometimes on the first page, the featured ones, you may want some of those plugins. So I'm just telling one I'm going to download from there. Then I'm going to search Elementor. This is a page builder, which you'll learn the difference between using a page builder and WordPress, the native page builder that they give you. You'll definitely want to have this. So install Elementor. It's going to make your life a whole lot easier. Okay, now it's installed. Now you can see after you install it, you see a button called Activate. Now once you've installed it into your website, doesn't mean it's activated, as I previously explained. So if you have it installed but you don't have it activated, you won't be able to use it yet. So when you activate it, then you'll see it right here on the side, or you'll see it somewhere in settings to be able to utilize the plugin. So after we've done Elementor, you're also going to want to do you may want to do Ad Inserter. That's if you want to put ads on your website for like Google AdSense to be able to make money from your website once you get a lot of traffic. But that's more advanced stuff. Next thing we're going to do, I do like to use Contact Form 7, so we can create a simple contact form. Makes it a lot simpler. So also not activated, you can download Yoast SEO. That's a good one. And SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization, for those of you who are not familiar with that. And your SEO basically determines how you rank in Google. So when you're searching on Google, you'll notice that some pages, you'll see websites on the first page. That means their SEO is pretty good and they've ranked higher. Now we do know that web pages on the first page of Google are more likely to be clicked because no one really goes beyond the first page. So whatever shows up in the first page of Google is most likely what will be clicked. So the goal of SEO is to get your website to rank high in the search engine. So when someone types your niche or something similar to your website or whatever content you're putting out, you want your website to rank for it. So if you're doing a blog on dog grooming or pit bull dog grooming, you're going to want to have SEO optimized for pit bull dog grooming. That's more advanced stuff, what I do not go over in this course, but there's plenty of other resources you can utilize to learn more about that. And I'll leave you a special offer at the end of this course for you to be able to get access to a lot more information on marketing, websites, and so much more. So along with that, you want to do right here, you want to do limit login attempts. That's one you want. I'm going to leave each one of these plugins. I'm going to leave the whole list of plugins I use in the resource section of this video. So no worries if you're confused right now. You'll be able to download all of these. So like I said, come down here, see which ones we want. So far so good. You may want to install MailChimp. That might be useful for you, which I'll actually go over MailChimp, setting up your email marketing in another section of this course. So a few more plugins we're going to install that are useful for us. Now you want to install a plugin called Insert Headers. Oops, I can't type again. Headers and footers, and it should pop up just by typing this. Alright, so yeah, you want this. Install this one, and then okay, it's another one we want to install. Page Templater. And I'll explain what all these plugins mean later on, so don't worry about it. Just all you have to do right now is worry about installing the plugins I install. We're going to go over each one individually so you'll understand what they're being used for. So don't feel stressed out right now about or feel lost. Everything we're doing right now will have a purpose, and we're going to go over it a little bit later on. Alright, so that's pretty much the main plugins you want to have. Those are like the default plugins, and we're going to go over everything else. So we've got those in plugins installed, so we want to do back over when we come over here. Let's go to install plugins. Okay. And then we're going to check all of them. Check all the ones we just installed. Alright. So we can install that one, that one. So these are all installed now. And we're just checking all of them. Alright, once we've checked all the ones that we just installed, now we're going to go to up here to bulk actions, and we're going to click activate, and then we're going to click apply. So now instead of activating each one individually, we just activated all those new plugins at one time. So once this loads, all of those plugins will now be activated, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like once they're activated to show you the difference between non-activated and activated plugins. We can click that off. And this is just a warning that pops up when you first do it. You can just click dismiss. And then if you look at your side now, you're going to see down here, this wasn't here before. This is Elementor, this is a page builder. So now you see this, you see SEO. If you come to settings, you're going to see a few more of the plugins we install. So this is like the configuration settings. And we're also going to install, we do need to go back here to install a security plugin. That way we can protect the site. But I'll actually go over security in another video. So I don't want to confuse it too much. So in this video we just installed the plugins. Like I said, I'll leave all the links for the plugins below this video, or I'll leave the name of each plugin. That way you can search them and find them. And I'll see you in the next video where we will discuss the themes for your website.